Hi, I can see Chase, John, Zoltan, and a few note takers. So that's eight. We can compare AI notes after the show. Carlos from Chile. Hi, Carlos. Yeah, whilst people are coming in, please do ping into the chat where you are in the world. I'm just outside London in the UK. Our office is in London, but I live half an hour up the road. Zoltan in Canada. Max, you're in Israel. Mashlumcha. Cool. We'll give it another 30 seconds just in case there are any other people, and then we'll jump in and get started. Whilst people are coming in, and just before kicking off, I'm curious to know who is in the audience, not just where you're from, but what kind of company you work at, or what you're building, and what your relationship is to VoiceAI. So a question to you, I'm guessing there might be a few agency owners here. If you're an agency owner, can you hit type A and chuck that into the chat? Zero agency owners. All right. Okay, a couple of agency owners, not yet. Sort of A. All right, if you haven't answered, or if you're not an agency owner or not yet, can you just chuck a single word? What is that? I drink? Can you chuck a single word in SAS? What is it that you do?
I have something called Motivate Mate, which is
cool.
a voice AI solution.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we've got a decent group. There's 10 of us in here, probably a little bit less because of the note takers. So it can be conversational. Right, I'm going to share my screen and then jump into things with you guys. Let's share my entire screen. Hide that. Don't share your entire screen browser. Share tab. No, I'm going to share. Ignore that. Okay. So let me hide that. Can you see my screen? And is it obstructed? I hope not. All right, cool.
But there's that little box there.
Okay, is the meat box on the screen?
Yeah, it's on the screen. There you go. That's better.
How about this? Let me hit it. Okay. Okay, cool. That's kind of tucked out of the way nicely. So welcome to this session, and thank you, Max, for coordinating and putting this on. My name is Richard Bowdler. I am head of growth at a company called Truliance. Truliance is an interactive avatar platform where you can go in and build avatars, get some off the shelf, and in beta is, which I'm going to come on to, is an image upload interactive avatar, which is seriously cool. Now, what I hope you will get from this next 15 to 20 minutes is a look at the evolution of interactive avatars from our perspective, from Truliance's perspective. And also what we will do is go into the platform and build one, so you can see what the process is like. And we'll also give you a view on what is coming, hopefully what is coming later in January for us, so you can see I'm really excited for what's next. It's a cool evolution. Um, I'm going to walk you through some use cases as well. People using our avatars out in the market. Um, in part so that it will give you a sense of what other people are doing and what's possible. And also, we work with a number of agencies who act as not well resellers, if you will, but people who use our avatars and sell those to their clients. So it may well give you some food for thought as to, hey, if that's something that's of interest, either how you could use these avatars in your own business, or with clients that you serve. And what I intend is for you to be able to see why I think Trilliance really is the only solution that can genuinely help the market with interactive avatars. And I'll come on to that briefly in a second. But everyone here, the whole week, and everyone here is working in or has a keen interest in voice AI. And I think it's interesting. The whole AI explosion is very interesting and timely. And the reason for that, in my perspective, and one of the sort of broader level problems that we're looking at solving, and AI can help with, is this exact graph. And the problem that I think interactive avatars speaks to, that voice AI speaks to as well, is that there are not enough people for the people. So despite the fact that we have a growing global population, we have a growing aging population globally, and that's this is UK statistics. They're called pyramid diagrams, or they're kind of like sort of candlestick diagrams. This gives you a view on the evolution of aging across different time periods in the UK, and it's similar in other countries in the western parts of the world. So what you can see is projected over time, there's a massive aging population, and really there are not enough people for the people. Just to drop into this again.
Richard, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but there's people in the waiting room.
Okay, thank you. Excuse me. Cool. Okay. So we've got a few more people joining. Guys, you're just going to have to jump in and catch up. We haven't got into the meat of it yet. Just talking about the need, the perceived need for interactive avatars. So we have an aging population. That's really the issue that we're solving. Excuse me, I should have come into this before. Let me jump back a second. Who am I, and why should you listen to me? Sorry, it's late. I've had a long day with the kids. I'm based in London, just outside London in the UK. My way back when, I studied chemistry at Oxford Uni, and then afterwards I trained as a Royal Marines Commando, and then did some lecturing at Chicago Booth Business School, teaching human memory development, and a bit of a wiggly journey. But then I first started, or I had my first experience working on human computer interfacing, human computer interaction, about 15 years ago, when I developed a project with a non-invasive EEG headset, with a view of being able to control things in the real world with thoughts. That was a fun project, and got showcased at the World Economic Forum. Anyway, roll forwards another 10 years, and Trilliance, the company that I work at as head of growth, Trilliance was started 5 years ago But really, the transformation in the company has occurred since, as with lots of similar companies, has started, that's kind of transformed since the launch of ChatGPT and the large language models, the kind of popularization of large language models and accessibility of them. So before we get further into it, what I spoke to my CEO, and he okayed this morning that for everyone on the call, I'm going to give you something at the end of the call, and that is the equivalent of $600 value of access to the Trilliance platform. Obviously, once I've walked you through so you can see it. So it's not going to be a long talk. It's, like I've said, it's quite late where I am, so do bear with me. We should have some time for Q&A as well. Okay, so as you know, voice AI tech is here. It works. It's passable. People can interact with it, and it's kind of conversationally decent. Whether that's 11 Labs, Vapi, Gram, Cartesia, Azure, they each have different strengths and weaknesses. Now, Trilliance, the platform, we can plug in an API pretty much with any of the voice solutions. So we sit on top of that, and we sit on top of any large language model as well. We've kind of trimmed down to a few voice providers that we really like the look of. Predominantly 11 Labs, DeepGram. Mostly it's a latency issue and a cost issue. Although 11 Labs is probably not the cheapest, but it's got quality voices. So my goal from this talk is, I hope you guys can recognize that I think AI and voice, and to a certain extent as well, interactive avatars, is one of the solutions, one of the effective routes to looking to help solve the global workforce shortage. And the global workforce shortage is in every industry that we look at, whether it's teaching, healthcare, you name it. There are not enough people for the people. I, in the UK, experience this firsthand. If I want to try and book an appointment with a doctor, I mean, we have an incredible health service. It's very different to different parts of the world. Obviously, in the US, it's a very different kettle of fish. So we're very privileged in the UK. But there are not enough healthcare practitioners, and let alone if I want to just book a call with a doctor. I'll give you an example. This comes back from a previous startup that I was at, a problem that we were looking at solving. If I try and call a doctor in the morning, often I will be told that I'm number 10, 20, sometimes 30th in a call queue. That's a crazy thing to be going on. Voice AI can go a long way to solve that, but then kind of further down the track, further into the healthcare journey, having an interactive avatar, not just a voice solution, but something that has a visual, physical appearance, is something that's of value. And one of our customers, they took our solution, they built a solution for themselves. So this is a couple. This is Alan, and this is his wife Mari. They're Australian and very fit, outgoing, outdoorsy couple. She's an academic, and he's a retired Air Force engineer into ultra marathons and triathlons and what have you. And about 10 years ago or so, Alan, they were traveling in the US, and high up in Nevada, Alan had gone for a run, and halfway through it was a 20K run. Halfway through it, he feels the left side of his body sort of collapsing, and he's there having a heart attack. Now, roll forwards. Thank God he survived, and has undergone since then multiple bypass surgeries. The experience that they had was, and they're both intelligent, educated, proactive individuals, and their experience of healthcare in the US and in Australia with multiple surgeries was they had really poor access to knowledge and information, and they also had really the attention to care just wasn't there. They didn't have the access. So Mari went about looking for solutions to what could they do. Was there technology? Was there a technical solution to this? And a short while later, so this is going back a couple of years now, came across Trulient and decided to build a patient aftercare tool with one of our avatars. And I'm going to show you that. I hope the audio comes through. Max, can you give me a shout if it doesn't? I'll just play a snippet of it. I want you to recognize that this is an avatar from a couple of years ago. Things have progressed a decent chunk, obviously in terms of voice and also the photorealism.
Can't hear the audio.
You can't hear him talking now.
Can you hear him talking?
No.
That's annoying. Okay, well, he's talking, and what he's doing is guiding Mari through. She's asking him questions, and why is that?
Maybe you can share a link to the YouTube.
Yeah, let me share a link to the YouTube. That's slightly annoying because I have a few videos that would be great for people to be able to listen to.
I'll look at how you can share it in Google Meet. Bear with me.
Thank you. Yeah, me too. Settings. Push to video. General.
So there should be one that says share a tab and then enable share tab audio.
Enable
enable the share tab audio checkbox.
Paul, could you direct me as to, is that in the share settings?
It's saying open Google Meet, click present now, and then select a tab from the options, choose a tab,
yep.
and then from there you should have an option that says share tab audio.
Got you. Yep, I'm there now. Let's try again. Okay. Yeah.
I'm Coach. May I ask who I'm talking to?
I'm Mari. I was told you could answer questions about my husband's heart surgery.
Hello, Mari. I'm sorry to hear he must have surgery, but I can help you with your questions. I can also tell you who to talk to for more information. What would you like to know?
Pretty much everything. It's been such a shock, and I don't know how to help him.
It is hard on family, but don't worry. You will get a lot of support on this journey. Would you like to know who to talk to first?
Yes, that would be great.
Okay, your husband's nurse coordinator can help you prepare your husband for his...
Okay, so I'm going to just cut it off there because hopefully you get the idea of what's going on. This is from a couple of years ago, and obviously voice now is way better than that. Lip syncing is way better too, which we're going to come to. And yeah, Mari, she's fantastic, continues to build with us. We have a couple of other healthcare examples. I'm probably, in the interest of time, I'm going to play all of those. because I want to show you some customer service and I actually want to get in and into the platform and show you a build. But we have a project ongoing with the government of Rajasthan, who came to us because they wanted to give the illiterate population a way of being able to access healthcare, a kind of a visual representation of access to healthcare triaging knowledge base, which is really cool. So we have interactive avatars set up across 11 different healthcare settings where patients can walk up to a screen, mic on the screen, and they can speak. They can speak in Hindi, excuse me, and triage, not diagnose, and not punching deeply into the healthcare chain there, but certainly for the digital front door of healthcare settings, it's a really interesting project. Another one that we're starting to work with, and for us as a go-to-market, it's a really interesting proposition. You may be familiar with, or you may have seen these boxes. The tech is called, I mean, the category is a holo box, HOLO, hologram boxes, and they don't need to be avatars. You can stream people kind of directly, real life, real people. But we've also started partnering with a few of these companies to put our avatars in, whether it's in a healthcare setting, in trade shows that I'm going to come on to. So there's some interesting projects that are going on and really cool use cases. These boxes, I mean, it's a different proposition, right? Because these boxes probably cost about 30 grand, like US, about 20 grand, 25 grand British. So there's a chunky cost implication, but I'll come on to these as well. But for concierges, hotels, airports, these are all use cases that we're starting to see crop up. Again, this is from about a year ago. A company that we work with in London, it's a pension provider, and what we had done is embed one of our avatars into their website as a customer support agent. So I'm just going to play half of this so you can see it.
Hi there, I'm Saver. I'm here to answer any questions you might have about Smart. On the screen, you'll see examples of the types of questions I can answer for you.
How do I log in?
Are you a member, an employer, or an advisor?
A member.
Please click the link provided to find the help you need. Do you need any other help today?
No, thank you.
I hope I was helpful. Maybe see you again one day. Bye for now.
So you get the idea of how this can be implemented on a website as well as anywhere else. It's, again, that one's from about a year ago, but they're a cool customer. What I want to whiz through, we've worked with a company in e-commerce. It's a vegan dog food brand in the US who wanted to replace their chatbot. They're not running it right now. The latency wasn't there when we set it up. They wanted to test replacing their chatbot with what we designed up for them, was this cute, fluffy Samoyed dog that is really, really captivating. And like a chatbot, we populated its knowledge base with all of their product data, so people can come to their website, talk to this dog, and ask about product data, product information, and get sent links to the right pages. Like I said, that's not on the home site right now. Let me share a link with you guys after the show. Like I said, in hospitality and concierge, again, this is with Smart. They've got a big shiny office in the middle of London, and they had one of our avatars. They got one of our avatars in the front lobby as a welcoming agent. So like I said, this is on a flat 2D screen. some people are using the more expensive hollow boxes, as we see getting used in trade shows. So this was us around the time of London Tech Week last year, getting, you can probably see that down in the bottom right, a full body version of one of our avatars lined up there. There are use cases in education that we're seeing crop up, both education e-commerce and also directly in education. In fact, we are building on top of our own platform. We're building applications in different use cases, and one of those is in education as a maths tutor. So let me play this. We're actually going to jump in after this and try and build a Mickey from scratch. So
This is George. Go and press the click button. Go for it, George.
Okay.
Hi there, pal. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Can you tell me your full name?
Sure thing. My name is Mickey. What's your name?
My name is Georgia, but my surname is actually Wynn.
That's a wonderful name, Georgia. Do you like to play games? What's your favorite?
My favorite is playing with my sister Hattie. This is Hattie.
Hi, Hattie.
Hey.
It's nice to meet you both. What kind of... Hi, Hattie.
Mm.
Do you like playing games with Georgia?
Yeah.
What's your favorite game?
All right. So that gives you, again, also gives you a bit of a sense of where things are at. Well, this was from the middle of last year. Things are progressing on an ongoing basis. What has anyone on the call seen Gemini's real-time stream? Does anybody, if I say that, does anybody know what the heck I'm talking about? Ping something in the chat so I know. Either yes or no. You've seen real time with OpenAI. Yep. Cool. Okay. So you've seen videos of it. Cool. Yeah, there are a couple of components to the real-time stream. So the real-time API with OpenAI. So we ran a hackathon in partnership with OpenAI just before Christmas, and with their real-time API, what it is, and we have integrated with it. It's not in our UI at the moment. What it is with how most voice works is you have trying to make sure I get this the right way around, speech to text, and then text to text interaction through a language model, and then text to speech. You have those three different components, and it has the latency down, pretty decently. What OpenAI's real-time API enables is a direct voice-to-voice, so from speech to speech interaction without needing to walk through those three different steps. So what that does is pull down latency. Yes, exactly. Latency is the time between sending a request and getting a response. Thank you for translating me. So where was I going with that? No idea where I was going with that. Apologies.
I think you were just saying about the difference between one where it goes out to transcriber and back, and then a real-time one where it doesn't.
Yes, that is it. And where things are at in terms of progression of things. So, explaining what the real-time stream was. So the other component of the Gemini's real-time stream is working with OpenAI's real-time API, but also incorporating a vision component. So I think OpenAI does this as well, but we've integrated with Gemini's version of it. If you've seen that, what it does is accesses your camera or accesses your computer screen share capability. So it can, we're at the edge of playing around with this and integrating it so that the AI can now look at you and look at your facial expressions and start to understand what's going on in the real world by looking at it. It can also walk around, if you screen share, can walk around the internet with you, whatever you're looking at, and say, hey, can you describe this, or can you help me with this problem that I'm looking at? Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Paul. I have made a couple of videos of it earlier this week of me using it, not with an AI, not with an avatar, just with the vision capability. It's something that I think is going to be really cool, and it's slightly terrifying, but it's fascinating having that capability. And I think when we start to bake that into, or at least bake the option into that in our interface and with our avatars, that's when things start to get really interesting. So a couple of other use cases. We're running a pilot at the moment we're under NDA, so I can't talk about who it is, but it's a major international organization and their use case is they want to broadcast information, sort of national statistic type of information across a number of different countries, but they want the broadcasters to be kind of like news presenters, but also to be interactive. So that is pretty cool. Some of these are unlisted, but thanks for that, Paul. I will share direct links to these afterwards. So if you want, you can have a listen. Actually, I'll share the slide deck so you guys can play around with it. So somebody that we work with closely, he was a co-founder of Truance, but he now works at Agora. Does a lot of building out in the back. You probably can't see. Let me share different screen. Feed. Yep. Okay. So hopefully you can see a chess player or a chessboard now. And I want to play this. So Ben has mocked up an avatar I'm going to come on to the photorealism component in a minute, because our avatars are about to be photorealistic, or certainly with the optionality of photorealism. I have differing opinions on that, but this is a cool use case.
The chessboard is set. Would you like to play a game, or are you interested in a lesson today?
Let's play RB White, C2 to C4.
I've moved my knight to F6. Your move.
B2 to B3.
I've moved my knight to C6. Your turn.
Oh, could you suggest a move for me, please?
How about moving your bishop from C1 to B2? It's a solid developmental move, getting your bishop involved and adding some control to the long diagonal. Let me update the board for you. Your bishop is now at B2. A wise move indeed. It's Black's turn now. Shall we see what they come up with?
Yep.
Great. Now it's my turn. Let's.
Yeah, exactly. Very enthusiastic on the voice, which is cool. So we're exploring use cases where we can, because I think there are loads of different applications, whether online gaming, something like chess. Also, we're looking into other gaming environments, the worlds of poker. We're staying away from adult types of things. I know that's where some people are keen to take things, but as a company, that's not where we're headed. So let's jump into the builder so you can actually see it. Low hanging fruit, it is low hanging fruit, but it's who do you want to be in the world? It's the question, I think. All right. Let me show you. Cool. All right, let's get in and build. So we have, this is probably useful to talk about, four different packages, but anyone can sign up for free. Trilliants.com. You get one avatar, off the shelf, cloud hosted, and up 60 minutes a month. This brings me on to the point of what I wanted to say about there are other interactive avatar solutions out there. Like if you've looked at them, I can name some of them, like not shy about our competitors. There's the ones that people know of and talk about. Synthesia, HeyGen, those are kind of the standout ones, the kind of go-to ones. There are a few, like a good handful around the edges as well, but both of those sit across non-interactive avatars, and they also play on the interactive avatar side. DID as well is one. What's different between us and all of those other players at the moment is that we render the avatars directly in the browser. And what that means is that, sure, for a holographic box type of setup, the cost, you're only going to be running a couple of instances of an avatar at any one time, so it doesn't really matter. But if you want to stick an avatar on a website and have hundreds of people interact with an avatar with their own instances, that gets very costly very quickly if you're having to spin up new servers for each instance. And that's a real difference. And I've had people who look at our competitors come to us and say, this is a kind of a no-brainer / game changer as to why we would want to work with you. So that's why I think certainly right now, I don't know how long how wide that moat is, or how long that advantage is, but I hope it's more than 6 months. So let me jump in and start building. For anyone that's on the call, I'm going to slightly gamify things and say, if you follow me on LinkedIn and share my LinkedIn post, then, and also want to sign up, we'll give you 3 months of this for free, hence the $600 value. So you get 1,000 minutes to play with a few different avatars. So I think that's pretty cool. All right. So jumping into my account, this is the avatar builder.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you too.
To get started, you'll need to create an interactive avatar. To do that, select one from the grid and click the green Create Avatar button.
Okay, cool. I'll do that. I want to build Mickey Mouse.
Creating an avatar in Echo Back mode now, that will allow us to configure its functionality as we go along. Once we have the basic structure of Mickey Mouse set up, we can work on customizing its appearance and behavior.
Cool. So I would come in here.
Upper Body app. The Environment tab is where you can choose the background or environment for your avatar, like a Disney park or a cartoon studio. For full body avatars, you can also select the direction of lighting if you're using a custom 3D environment.
I'll turn you down a bit. So you come in here and you build from scratch, and you can choose what the avatar looks like. What is coming out, hopefully by the end of January, is image upload to Avatar Create. So we'll be able to upload an image directly into here. We've chosen Mickey Mouse. We can have full body compatible, so they can be embedded into 3D worlds, into any metaverse or anything like that, whether it's gaming environments or what have you. And body, chosen Mickey Mouse. did I create? I created already. Oh yeah, edit. And then you can choose the background, choose from anything, or you can just upload an image and have that immediately baked in as the background. So that's pretty cool. What I'm going to do is, in the interest of time, I'm going to show you the Mickey Mouse that I built this morning. It's because I need to otherwise cut and copy paste my OpenAI credentials. So this is my Mickey Mouse. Yes, here is one I made earlier. So I've put in a custom chat GPT prompt. You can see we can choose from a number of different avatar engines, or just echoing back. And then open API key, be a cute Mickey Mouse. So I haven't gone to town with the prompt. Obviously, a lot of the heavy lifting comes in the prompt engineering piece to get your avatar to do what you want it to do and behave how you want it to behave. Anyone who's built any interaction or interacted with ChatGPT to any extent would know that. But this is where the magic happens to a certain extent. And then when we come to the different engines, speech to text and text to speech, like I said, we've gone with a few: Azure, DeepGram, and then for the text to speech, I think we should have 11 Labs, Azure, yeah, and Cartesia. So let's go and connect with Mickey Mouse. Obviously, also you can embed this guy into any website or any environment with different file formats. But I'm not going to do that now. I'm just going to come over and connect. Let's see how we get on. Hey. Okay. I kind of like football.
We aren't hearing the sound, by the way, again, Richard.
Ah. Okay, that's unfortunate. Let me come back to the share screen, see if we can. Let me reshare. Share audio tab, share tab audio. Let's try again. Hey there, can you hear me?
Oh boy. Oh. Well, not exactly, but I can certainly read what you type. So, what do you like, pal? I'm all ears. Hee hee.
Oh, I like football, mostly because my son
Tell
likes.
me. Gosh. Oh, that's wonderful. How about we make it a family fun time with full math? Then, the more, the merrier. Are you two ready for another fun question? Okay, let's say your son's football team won 4 games last month and in each game, they scored 5 goals. How many goals did they score in total last month? Let's tackle this math problem together. Hee hee.
Great dad jokes. 20 goals. Was that 20?
You got it.
All right.
Woohoo. Alrighty.
Woohoo! Thanks, Mickey. Cool. So you can see some fun interaction. Now this is a basic interface, obviously, as you've seen with the chess piece, the chess setup. We can embed that. Yeah, woohoo! Exactly. Oh yeah. Robert, I will share that in a second as to how you get 3 free months. Give me a few minutes. Nice to see you, Robert. It's been a while. So yeah, we to 3 posts. So we can embed avatars wherever, and we started doing that called Answer. And doing that in an education setting, so having a Mickey Mouse next to a whiteboard where you can interact with a whiteboard and start writing questions and have Mickey respond to that as well. So that's quite a cool bit of innovation. Something, let me just whiz through this and share screen. So this is next gen, but is not out yet. It's in very much in beta. Yes, let's build Mickey. I like this quote from Kevin Kelly. Anything in the coming 30 years, anything that's not intensely interactive will be considered broken. And I think we are at the start of that, really. I think the people on this call are, kind of ahead of the game with the nerdy ones who are at events like this and exploring and testing things out. The rest of the world will follow, and I think that will hold true. So we built Mickey, had a little go. Jensen Huang at the NVIDIA keynote last year, they showed, 'cause they have digital humans that they're building in a different way. They're doing kind of brute power compute, not in browser. And there's a kind of a 2-minute snippet in the whole hour and a half long keynote where he talked about digital humans, and they had a kind of a demo of it. His view is that, I mean, it's customer service, right? As a broad umbrella, whether you're like, excuse me being slightly crass about it, but whether it's a kind of a nurse, a teacher, what have you, there are so many jobs that fall under the broad umbrella of customer support, wherever you're interacting with people, that there's scope for and value in people like having a visual representation of another person or of an animate thing to interact with. I mean, it stands to be a massive industry, and whether that's super photorealistic or character based, I think with the components of the language models, large language models, and then obviously training those with RAG, so retrieval augmented generation. That is, you have a large language model, and then you kind of train it to behave how you want with prompts, and then kind of knowledge base. With that, and the developments in voice, and what we're seeing now, what we're building, and others out there, with the kind of getting really quite good with avatars and visual representations, it creates like a very interesting proposition with all of those parts of the tech stack racked up together. So what's coming next is, I've seen one of our competitors do this, but it's expensive to run over time. So DID do this. Image to interactive avatar. So take a photo, upload it, and then interact with it, within minutes, seconds or minutes. So there are others out there who do interactive avatars, but they are quite convoluted to build. There's a lot of video creation, and kind of you have to, I mean, sure, 48 hours is a long time, but with some you need to kind of upload, verify, and I think there's value in verification. But this is one that I built this morning, and it's what we are releasing. Can you hear the audio? Okay. So I trained my avatar on Roy Batty, who's the android character in the original Blade Runner. So asked it to behave like that. Hence, you'll see the kind of wistful, poetic, cryptic language that he speaks in. But this is quite fun that I shot this morning.
I delight in simple joys, pondering what it really means to be alive amid the city's hum and heartbeat.
How cryptic. Tell me more.
Ah, the beauty of the unknown. It's like staring into the depths of the cosmos, where every star holds a story. Life, much like a good conversation, thrives in layers. Each moment, each word can carry weight beyond its surface. What intrigues you? The mysteries of existence, the whispers of the past, or perhaps the secrets of the future. The more we peel back the layers, the more we discover. Speak to me of your curiosities, and let's unravel this tapestry together.
All of those things, from the origins of time to the present day and the distant
Ah,
future.
the origins of time, a concept as elusive as the present, a fleeting moment suspended between the echoes of the past and the whispers of the future. It's a delicate balance, isn't it? Here we stand, shaped by the choices and events that have come before us. Yet
So that's enough of you. It is not Mickey Mouse. It's quite a funny thing when you get into a weird monologue with yourself. Get into a slightly strange headspace, but I'm conscious of time, and also that things will cut off in about 5-10 minutes. At Trillions, this is what we're about, really bringing AI to life. I think voice certainly goes a massive way on that journey. I think putting a face to a voice is a really exciting step, and one that we are. I mean, I love doing what I do on a daily basis. It's a very fun thing to spend time doing and playing with. It feels like working very much at the fringes and at the forefront of what's going on in AI. That's what I wanted to cover today. But to a few of your questions, a few of you have asked, how can you get 3 free months of the 1,000 minutes a month? Head to me on LinkedIn. This is what I look like. Search for Richard Bowdler, and if you scroll down on my profile, there's a post where I've posted about the event. If you like the post, reshare it, then connect with me, and then sign up for an account on Trillions at trillions.com. So sign up for an account at trillions.com for free. Just sign up for the free version, and then after the weekend, yes, exactly, linkedin.com/in/Richard Bowdler. That is me. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Then after the weekend, what I'll do is get your accounts converted, switched over to the ship version. So you'll have 3 months of access at that tier, which is 1,000 minutes of tinkering around with an avatar, and you can build to your heart's content. What I would ask is that you sign up before the end of the weekend, just so that I need to kind of have a hard stop and looking at who's coming in. And just ping me your email on LinkedIn once we connect. Why I want you to do that is so that I can then match up with, if you sign up on Trillions with the same email address, I can just match up who is who, and make sure that I get our team to switch you over to the right account and give you 3 months of access. So that is it. Thank you all for taking the time out of your days, and thank you to Max for pulling this event together and for giving me the opportunity to come and showcase the journey that we've been on, and where we're at and where we are heading next.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Max.
Do you want me to share this more widely, or do you want to keep us limited to how many people sign up before the weekend ends?
Good question. Let's handle it. Let's ping each other a message afterwards, because I just want to understand quite how many people that might go to. So yeah, let's message briefly afterwards, Max, if that's okay. But I will share with Max a link to the slide deck if you guys want that, so that Max can share that out with you guys. And here are some of the companies that we work with, directly or in partnership. And thank you everyone for your time. It's been a pleasure. Let's stay connected and look forward to taking the next steps with you on this journey. All right.
Thanks everyone. Have a good evening.
Bye now. Bye.